Hey, g'day legends, welcome back. My name's Az.
I'm Strick from Back to Basics Adventures. Today we're on a really remote island. We've just touched down in Vanuatu. We've got rods, we've got shotguns loaded, we've got machetes.
Anything's possible.
Let's go check it out.
Just pulled up to the local markets before we fly out into some more of the northern islands. And this is the best place to be in the morning. Morning.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. Pawpaw, pomegranates, coconuts.
Kava.
Kava. That'll get legs to bed, eh?
I've drawn the short straw here. I don't know why I'm trusted with these, but anyway. We're gonna have scrambled eggs all over the plane.
I thought there was chickens on the island. We're locked and loaded, ready for our second flight up to Solar. We're gonna see where it takes us. No security check, no ID, no worries.
A few snacks.
A few snacks for the road in case we get a bit peckish. Here's the rig there, and I'd say we'd be the market share on there. She only holds about a dozen. Safety brief was about 13 seconds, but he had the biggest smile I've ever seen on a pilot. So we should be good. Confidence is key.
We're walking on down to the beach with all the gear now. Looks like the boat's there ready to go. There's a plane we just flew in on.
We drop all the kit off there, boat comes in. Straight to home, to the island. All right team, let's do it. Let's get the chain going.
The Dorado, what a vessel. You reckon we can fit any more in, mate?
Not one chocolate bar, nothing. Full to the brim.
Eggs have got priority wherever they go. Look at them on the front seat. Take care of those eggs, mate.
Got a 6.8 metre Staby craft with about half a ton of gear and 11 people, and she's going strong.
So, precious cargo this one. Oh. Yeti, built for the wild. They're getting a test out. The eggs, made it. Look at that, man.
Home sweet home, baby.
So we've just arrived at our home base for the next 4 or 5 days. Bretto, who's just dropped us off, he's an absolute legend. He's probably got one of the best setups I've ever come across on this island. There's a wave breaking out there, surf break. There's just crystal clear water. Apparently Dogtooth Tuna and Wahoo all around these islands. We're here for 5 days and I literally can't put into words how excited I am, but just check this out. It's postcard perfect, clear water, white sand, 31 degrees. Got an epic crew up there, and yeah, vibes are pretty high for the next 4 or 5 days here.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Gosh, they're beautiful.
Thank you. We thought we were coming out here to hang out with Bretto on this little island. We thought we'd be camping and just roughing it, but mate, he's just gone above and beyond. The island's not open for operation or anything. It's just literally Bretto's set up. He brings like-minded people and friends to come and just have like a dream holiday. I don't know what we did to get the call up. We definitely don't deserve it, but we're so thankful. I'm honestly speechless. This is so bloody good. There's dolphins out there. Just getting the steering gear ready, and a couple of blowholes came up, so I thought I'd put the drone up, and there's this awesome pod of dolphins.
Whereabouts?
Literally 200 meters straight out there.
That's just at the front of our place, eh?
Right out the front.
How many is there? What, 5?
There's a whole another side of the pod. There's
It's
probably
super
like,
pod.
it's probably like 15 of them, eh? Epic. On the island here, the pigs are a pretty massive pest. Not only do they smash all the crabs, the coconut crabs, but they chew up all the saplings and all the fruit trees. So Bretto said last night, if we're open for it, going for a walk and seeing if we can knock one off. And then the best thing about it is you bring it back here, so the locals clean them up, and then that'll be bacon and then pork chops for the next couple of days. It's pretty cool seeing where your food comes from and then what it can turn into.
That's a little piglet. that the captain grabbed last night, which is going to get fattened up in the next couple of months to feed the village. And that's a circle of life. They're also a major pest on the island and eat coconut crabs, which are pretty endangered. So, all right, we've got the machete.
Got Saragossa 10,000.
Pump action shotgun.
So between us three, we should be covered.
Just spotted a bloody bird of some sort. A tasty looking bird. Lexi's up. It's either a pheasant or a pigeon. There you go, he's lining up. He's lining up. That did escalate quickly. We're about 2 minutes into this walk around the island. And the boys start speaking in local tongue. They spotted a bird, a delicious tasting bird. Gave out the call that it needs to be taken home for lunch. Boys walked up and got a shot on it. That's island life. How cool. False alarm, Big Lexi's turning vegan. Because you see what he shot down here.
Get him, finish him. Stay there. How long ago was Chief Waka buried? Do you know?
Wakfella was buried, so that's old John, the chief that's here at the moment.
Yep.
His great-grandfather.
That's as far as we know it goes back.
That's as far as we know it goes back, just in story.
Yep. Passed down through the generations. We've been walking through the middle of the island. Now we've just opened up to a bit of a point that looks like a pressure point along the coast here in Fringing Reef. Looks like a fair bit of turbulence, and the old captain here has said that this is where he's caught his biggest GT. Check it out. Launch him, brother, send him. There's not really much better place to hook a fish. Imagine if we hook a big GT here. On the base of a volcano. Fortunately no luck on the first couple of casts, but I'm running one of these Halco rooster poppers on the Saragossa 10,000. Kitted out on some big, long, strong casting rod. In a spot like this, catching a fish is just a bonus. There was one big thing coming out of boof, and that was a bit of adrenaline for the morning, but we're going to keep pressing forward into the bush. Look at that. Black pigeon. Black pigeon? Name?
Nawimba.
Nawimba.
Yeah.
Good kai? Kupla?
Oh, good one.
Good one.
Yeah.
We got it here first, Kupla kai. The black island pigeon that we've been hunting for this morning. Lexi, how was that, mate?
It's good. Good clean kill. Come down.
See what you get.
Like anywhere in the world that is sort of open to the vast open seas, you get big currents and tides, especially after the full moon we've just had, washing up onto the beach, and with it bringing quite a lot of plastic. So we brought these big copra or coconut bags. We're filling her up with any plastic we find on the beach, and cool shells, of course. Hey! We're doing our best. Between the 5 of us, there won't be one bit of plastic.
There you go, a couple on your feet.
Oh, look at this. Any message? You ever get a message in a bottle, Bretto, or what? We're washing up from other islands, other parts of the world. Okay. Just from a coconut that's already sprouted, so it's got its tap roots. See here, roots coming out of it. Looks like fairy floss, straight from nature.
The walk continues around the island. Had a bit of excitement there. We had the boys yell out and there's these 2 big bluefin trevally just cruising through the shallows.
We've just called this 2 big blue trevally straight over here. Just on the last of the outgoing tide. Oh! They're on it, they're on it, they're on it. Oh, they're following it. Oh, they're huge. There's 3 of them.
Go again, straight out.
Get them, mate.
Not too far. Yeah. Yep,
Oh, here we go. This is the moment of truth. They're swinging towards her. They're swinging towards it. Oh! Come on, hit it. Whack it, whack it.
Oh, they're underneath it.
Oh!
Yeah, they're all lit up. Right.
Threw the popper at it, but I think it was just a little bit too big for them. They were feeding on smaller mullet. And they had a bit of a look at it, but unfortunately turned their nose up. The other thing we saw, which I didn't expect at all, was bonefish. There was a school of about 6 to 8 bonefish feeding in the shallows.
Anyone watching this who loves fly fishing, how many do you reckon there were?
Six good bonefish.
About 6 solid bonefish just pumping around in half a metre of water here. Just off the shore, right in the shallows.
Shame
Don't-
they don't eat Alco rooster poppers.
They don't eat big rooster poppers. Slogged at them with a big 10,000 Saragossa.
So next time we're coming back, fly rod's getting packed. The other really cool thing is we're walking around the island with some of the locals, and it's amazing seeing the generational shift and how everyone feels about plastic. So we've got a little fella with us about 3 years old, and he's now the keenest to pick up all the plastic on the beach, which, you know, going back a few years ago, that just wasn't the case. People all over the world were sort of unaware of the damages plastic were doing. Single-use plastic bags have been banned in the whole country, which is just amazing. The bigger players in the world can definitely take a leaf out of the book here. Went for a hunt last night, and these were the pig tracks we were following. It seems, from us in North Queensland, it seems so weird to be following tracks on this like white, picture perfect postcard beach. You can see it in the shadow there, that's a big pig wallow. This is his footprints. They come up the beach chasing the crabs, digging around in the sand. You can see him up here. Then he goes up to the left where he's got another wallow up there. A lot better environment chasing pigs than the mud and croc infested swamps in North Queensland that we're used to. This looks like a good spot for a GT actually. Let's see if we can hook up here.
There's a black tip reef shark right behind it. Oh, something is smashing the mullet out there. Oh, something just hit the mullet and they've gone flying up out of the water. Hopefully it's a GT, but it might be a shark.
It was something real big that smashed the school of mullet out there to the point where like mullet of that big got hit out of the water. So I don't know whether it was a GT, maybe a shark, but there's definitely some big stuff around.
We've walked about 3/4 of the way around the island. Everyone's pretty dehydrated. Alex is up in the top of the crown of the tree now, getting a few coconuts. He said out of all of them, this one's a pretty sweet one. You can't see him, but he's up the top there, right in the crown. Now we're talking. We thirsty, crew?
All right, show us how it's done, Az. We're all thirsty.
Big man.
Thanks, mate.
More here.
Fresh.
Bro, you wanted me to throw those 3 big GTs back, didn't you?
Yeah, mate,
Yeah, sweet, no worries. All good. Thought so.
Throw them all back, yeah?
Yeah, just catch and release, mate.
Here we've got a big nummalau nest. One of the mamas that have been laying, she jumped up there and took off, but they'll lay hundreds of eggs in this area here, up to 2 to 3 meters deep.
One of the only birds that actually hatch their eggs underground.
Yep.
and then they'll hatch.
And the birds just shoot up through the sand.
Just crawl out just like a turtle. Quite amazing, really.
Hey, M-Town.
Yeah, we're not far now.
Good, good, good. It's a local guinea fowl on the island that lays its eggs about 10 metres deep under these trees, under rotting trees. And the boys have had a dig here, got in before us. This is some of the best tucker you can find on the island here, these eggs. They are almost double the size of a chicken egg, a bit longer, more oval shaped. And they taste better than a chicken egg. Bloody awesome chewing. The way we used to eat them in New Guinea, when you're on the move, you crack the egg into a green leaf and just put it above the coals on a fire. It'll turn into an omelette, and then that's your takeaway. So you bloody put that in your back pocket and off you go. And I was just telling Bretto that, and he's saying the fellas here do it the same way on the island, so it's pretty cool. You know, countries a long way away from each other with no communication have all figured out the same sort of systems. This afternoon, straight after a feed for lunch, we're heading out that way in search of Dogtown. Dogtooth tuna is the target species. Wahoo, green jobfish, are also welcome, but I think the boys have their hearts set on a Dogtooth tuna this afternoon. Just completed the lap of the island, and man, we fit some stuff in. On that first morning around the island, we've successfully hunted pigeons, shot pigeons out of the trees, gathered some guinea fowl eggs, seen wild pigs, seen GTs, sharks, dolphins, turtles, and this is what I've been looking forward to for the last half hour or so. Now it's warmed up, jumping in there. Whew.
What a spot.
What a spot. What do you reckon, Az? How's your morning, mate?
I couldn't have had a better morning if I dreamt it up. If I wet dreamed it up. Not possible. Yeah, sensational. Literally ticked a lot of boxes, a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
For the try, there was about 10 of us. We made the absolute most of it. It was a good balance of a day, like doing half the morning around the island, soaking up the cultural aspects of it and learning a few bush tricks. They'll get it caught on this. And that rope, fling it back. Bush tucker, and then the Saab will go out and have a hunt. It's a perfect day.
The plan now is to freshen up, hydrate, have a quick feed, and then we're heading out that way to Dogtown. Dogtooth tuna this afternoon.
Little legend. What was that, Pat? You chicken monkey coconut. All right, the time has come. We've had a little 15-minute siesta after a cracker of a lunch. Now it's time to head out this afternoon and do what we came here to do. Let's get some blue water fish. We've got to swim out to the boat here. Just the fringing reef is becoming more exposed. These waves are breaking. Surf's up, baby. See that look on his face? That was don't come back without a decent fish. That's what that look was.
Oh, you fuck! Oh, fucking!
I've just seen the flasher get tangled and the float line go mental. Hearing a fair bit of yelling. What do we got there, boys? Yeah, the boys! Hold him on, sexy! Look at that. The man's first Dogtooth tuna. Look at that. Well done, mate. What a fish. Talk us through it, Lexi, what was he doing?
Came in and bloody Strick Az just ran over, handed the gun to me and just went down and it staunched in hard. I just waited for it to turn, went up, and got it in the top there, going through. And then he took me for a run on the reel gun.
Well done, Ledge. We've got a pretty sacred ritual on all these fishing adventures. If it's your first fish, especially a tuna, it's got to go straight down the gob. Big man Lexi here, first dogtooth tuna.
Show him the respect he deserves, Lexi. Knock it back, brother. Good man. Well done. Thanks, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
Unreal sesh yet again.
Mission success, team. We're after the dogtooth tuna. We got one.
And that's what we got.
So stoked. So stoked.
We're just coming back into base camp, headquarters, after an awesome afternoon sesh. The sun just set behind those volcanic mountains. And we had a pretty red hot session. The sharks got a bit hairy towards the end there, and it was difficult to land a fish. So yeah, we've come back just before dark so we can cook up this beautiful dogtooth tuna that Lexi here's landed. Look at that, mate. Absolutely sensational.
Bucket list goal ticked off thanks to you boys.
That's what it's all about, sharing the stoke.
Hey. Buckers sorted tonight, fresh sashimi, and then I dare say they'll cook a little bit underground. Pretty keen to see how the locals do it. Every Pacific island prepares their fish differently, and we know it tastes bloody awesome here, but pretty keen to see how they go about it.
Laving him up, big sexy Lexi! I can't wait to eat some of this. Alright, it all looks a bit dark and mysterious now, but that's the vibe as we are undergoing our first welcome evening of handmade Kava. Went to the markets, got the Kava. The boys have just done it up out the back in the little hut over there. And
Thank you, Tomas.
Danger sweet. Yeah, good man.
Just about now your throat starts to go numb, then your eyes start watering.
Feels nice. It was very earthy, super earthy. It's because it's literally a root that's been pulled out of the earth, mashed up. It's one of the best roots I've ever had.
It does have a turmeric.
Don't panic, it's organic.
Yeah.